What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and I got some pickups. He wanted to say hi, so you're probably a little out of focus there, buddy. I don't know. Can't tell from the camera, but I'm sure you might look a little... You're just gonna make you jump. There he goes. Okay. All right. What's up, everybody? My cat's nuts. Anyways, so this is not like a normal pickup video. This is actually... it is pickups, but then there's also something at the end that I'd like to do as well. I have some of you who may have listened to one of the podcasts that I've been on. Some of you are from that show, The Basement Dwellers. Those guys are amazing, and girls are amazing, and they're just wonderful people. I actually got the chance to go out there last year and hang out with everybody and meet them in person. And it was just a blast. One of the guys, his name is Drew, and it was actually his wedding that I went to when I went out there. He knew that, because I think at the time I'd posted on Facebook, hey, if anybody has any old video games like Nintendo or Sega, Super Nintendo, whatever, anything like that, let me know. I'm looking to buy stuff and build my collection up and whatnot. And he reached out to me and was like, hey, I've got a bunch of old Sega Genesis games. If you're curious, here's what I've got. And he gives me the list. And what I do when I get these from people is I try to be as transparent and fair as possible. So what I always do, and I mentioned this on previous videos where I have done this with people that I know in the past, before I make any kind of offer or anything like that, I like the games, obviously. And then I will list out the ones that I want, and I will go price them. Meaning I'll go to a couple of websites and look at the average sell prices that they're currently going for. And I will just come back to them and be like, this game in this condition, complete box or loose or whatever, is going for this much, this much, this much. And I'll be like, so out of all the games I want, here's what the, average selling price is altogether for this amount. Here's my offer down here. So I did that with him. And he goes, how about I take your offer and I just give you the rest of the games that you don't want anyways. You can use them as doubles or something. And I was like, okay. I'm not going to say no. Hell yeah. He's like, yeah, because I'm not going to do anything with them. And I'm just trying to, make space and it's all yours. So this was a while ago that we made this. This was before the wedding last year. We just hadn't had the opportunity to actually get together regarding the games and stuff. Because back then I was there for his wedding, so it's not like selling me his Sega games were top priority exactly, So, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So, we talked later on, and a few weeks ago he reached out to me and he's like, "You still interested in those games?" I was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely." So he mailed them out to me. I PayPal'd him the money, and it was more than I was expecting. I don't remember talking to him about this many games, but apparently, granted, a lot of them are sports titles. I'm going to tell you right now, so I'll try to do those in chunks. But still, they're sports titles that aren't, necessarily the NHLs or the Maddens, that kind of thing. They're a little bit off the beaten path, which I thought was kind of neat. The only thing now is I got to get some cases. I did get 2 manuals for a couple of the box games, so I was happy about that, but let's just get into it. So we'll start with the sports titles. Not really a sports title, but I threw it in the pile just because, it's competitive-ish gaming thing. That's Caesar's Palace. I'm a big fan of Vegas Dream on the NES, so I'm hoping that maybe this will be, something similar to that. Have not tried it, but I'm definitely curious to check it out at some point. These are all Genesis, by the way. I think I mentioned that, but these are all Sega Genesis. Next one, I have never owned an NBA Jam before, and the one on Sega is the one that I played back in the day, and I'm super excited to have this. It's NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Those games were so much fun when they came out. Just 2-on-2, NBA stars just going at it, and just the crazy dunks and the announcer in the background, and it's just really, really cool. NBA Jam is a really, really fun time, so I will definitely be going back to checking this out at some point. I like those games so much that when I was hacking my Super Nintendo Classic, I went for the RPGs first, but then I saw NBA Jam on the list, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw NBA Jam on there. And I've played it a few times since then. I don't know, I just love those games. Next, we've got golf, and that's Arnold Palmer Golf. I don't know anything about it. I know Arnold Palmer's a golfer, and it's a golf game, so I don't know, but it's thanks, Drew. Golf. So let's see. We've got 2 baseball games. One is LaRussa Baseball 95, and the other I actually, because it doesn't say it directly on the, unless it's covered up by this price tag here, it doesn't say it directly on here. It's actually at the top, and that's Tommy Lasorda Baseball. So I know nothing about either one of these. I don't know. But again, I think it's neat when you see those little side, because everybody talks about the Maddens and the NHLs and, NBA 2K and that kind of stuff. And so when you see these, like one-offs based on, a single player or something like that, I always think those are kind of neat. And I get curious about checking them out. Let's see. Soccer. It's Pele. It's soccer. It's Pele. I don't know. Yeah. Yep. That's what I got. We've got 2 hockey games as well. NHL PA Hockey 93 and Brett Hull Hockey 95. So again, those one-offs that they may have made more NHL PA games, or I don't know if they made more of these because they have years on them. And typically the one-offs don't have years on them, so they may have other ones in the series, but it's still kind of neat nonetheless. So yeah, a lot of sports titles. I don't know how soon I'm going to get to any of these, but I'm not going to turn down games. Okay, so these are all football games. We've got NFL 95. Joe Montana Sports Talk Football. I remember hearing about this, but I never played it. Another one where I knew it was Joe Montana, obviously, because his picture's on the front. I know who he is, but it doesn't have the title right on the front. So if I didn't know who he was, I'd also be kind of like, what the, not knowing what's going on. Unnecessary Roughness 95, another one that I had heard of before, but had not played. So another one of those one-offs. And then Bill Walsh College Football, another one. I just think it's cool that it's not a plethora of just, hey, here's 12 years of Madden. Not the Madden games are bad, they're blasts. But I'm just saying, I'm glad we got some variety in the games in here and that kind of thing. And I'm actually kind of curious to see, how they differ in play. So I think at some point, maybe just on a lazy afternoon on a Saturday or something like that, I just might, hook up the old Sega, try a few of these out and see how they differ in gameplay and everything, because I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm very, very, I like to compare games to each other and dive into the... Anyways. So these are not sports titles. First one up is a game that I really am stoked to try, and that is Combat Cars. I'm a big fan of Twisted Metal. If it's anything like that, I'm going to like it. It's going to be awesome. So, super stoked. Combat Cars. It's cars that do combat. So, yep. Next is a 6-in-1. It's literally called Six Pack. It's got Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, and Super Hang-On. The only one I haven't played is Super Hang-On. I'm not really sure what that is, but all the others are classics. And it's even got a phone number on there, 1-900-200-SEGA for Sega Game Secrets. So if I need help, I can call their helpline when I play Super Hang-On. Next up, Toy Story. Quite frankly, the Disney games have always been fun, so I'm super stoked to see what this has to offer. I really don't know too many Disney games that I've played that I did not enjoy, so we'll see. Next up, Jurassic Park Rampage Edition. Again, you know what? The Jurassic Park games that I've played, I know there are a bunch of them out there, but the ones that I've played really haven't been too bad. So hopefully this is another one on the list that I can dive into and give a shot to and see how it measures up to the rest of them, and that it's halfway decent. Next one is Terminator 3 arcade game. I actually have this in box, so it's just another duplicate that I'll have. Yeah. So, great game, though, by the way. Really, really fantastic game. The last one for the loose ones is Justice League Task Force. Superheroes, man. DC superheroes. You got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, and Green Lantern all on the cover here. So, yeah. That's one that I can say that, I hook up the Sega. This is one I will try out. Absolutely. And the others are... We got two more sports games. One of them is NHL 96, which I have. And I 95 is my favorite out of all of them because my God, I played the hell out of that. I used to actually, full disclosure, I used to record myself playing, on my VCR, and then with my buddy Joey, and then we would, analyze our plays and stuff. And so what we would do is I would score, and he would try to get the most... body checks, because the game actually kept track of how many you got in each game. And so, I would get 20, 30 points in a game, goals, and he would get 1 to 200 body checks. And it was just hilarious watching us just go to town on these computer players. And because I love the creative player aspect, and that was back when they let you just put all the stats up to the top and just absolutely demolish anybody. So it was great. Next is Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Another one of those one-offs. Mr. Charles Barkley, man. So it says, hey, any fool can hoop in some stupid gym. I'm talking about street ball. So that's Barkley Shut Up and Jam. I have not played it, but hey man, I'm excited to have it. And then, game that I have needs no introduction, Sonic 2. It's freaking Sonic 2. This is a fantastic game. I still go back and forth on a regular basis on whether I like Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 better. I honestly, both of them are so great, and I really like them both. But yeah, Drew, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And if there's anybody that knows me personally that watches this, again, I always throw it out there. If you're looking to get rid of any old games and stuff, let me know. I'm more than happy to make an offer on that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. The other thing I wanted to do was, so I recently got a handful of new subs, and a lot of that I owe to a guy who reached out to me on Twitter, named his YouTube channel is Platinum Bro. So huge shout out to him. Super nice guy. His videos are really, really fun. All about not all about, because there are some other things mixed in there, but it has a lot to do with trophies and trophy hunting on PlayStation and that kind of thing. But he does have some thought videos in there as well. And he recently had a video that had to do with review scores, and he is for review scores. And those of you that have been with my channel for a while, I typically don't do review scores. I just do reviews and just talk about how the games make me feel. So definitely go check out his channel. There will be I'll put a link down below as well. But go check out his channel, because he actually brought up some pretty good arguments, and I joined his Discord and we kind of talked a little bit, and it was really fun to kind of just see that dynamic, the other side of supporting why review scores are important and that kind of thing. And I always like to hear, because this is just me talking about my opinions and what I think. But anytime I hear like a contrasting one, especially if they make good arguments, I always find that super fascinating. And then I'm like, I didn't see it like that. I didn't think of it like that. And especially when it comes to gaming, it's a hobby and it's supposed to be fun. And when you can find people who just like talking about this stuff, I just love it. And so, man, huge shout out to Platinum Bro and his channel. Go check him out. What I'd like to do on this video, in the comments down below, I was thinking about this the other day. I have a handful of people who I know watch this who do have their own channels. I want to make sure I'm following all you guys back. So please, go ahead and leave a comment down below with just be like, hey, I have a channel or something like that, and I'll click on your little icon or whatever, and I will, if I'm not already following you, I will hop in there and do so. Because I want to, I like to spread the love a little bit, and I've also, come across some really great channels because of that. So super, super stoked to kind of see what I've been missing as far as some of you go, and please, as always, if you don't feel like comfortable putting your stuff on my video, always reach out to me via private message, email, Twitter, anything like that. I'm more than happy to talk that way and do that kind of thing. But I want to help support as many of you guys as has supported me. So I'm more than happy to give you a follow back if I'm not already. So yeah, thanks for watching. Games, man, they're great. So thank you everybody so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. And as always, keep on gaming.